You know, we tried to let him go in that game, and I just don't think he felt like he was at 100% and didn't feel like he could make cuts the way that he wanted to make cuts, and so I think, you know, really it was his decision during the game to say, you know, not really quite ready yet, and yeah, I think it's improving daily. I think it'll be take it one day at a time, and we'll see on the game day.
Having a guy like AP there probably takes some of that pressure off of him, feeling like he has to do it too. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, totally. I think it's our depth at running back's been, you know, definite strength on offense, and I was pleased to say AP come in there and do some good things on Saturday, and we feel pretty confident with DJ as well. So the depth at running back's definite strength for the offense. It's good to see those guys perform the way they did.
Despite that slow first half, Coach Smith said yesterday that the offense in the second half was probably as good as he'd seen it since he's been here. Would you agree with that? And now, how do you dial that in for 4 quarters?
Yeah, that's the question. No, I did. I felt like in the second half we were really clicking, and you know, we were able to get the run game going a little bit. That opened up some things in the play action pass, and the guys, I felt like Jake was in rhythm. He was, you know, making good decisions. We were creating some explosive plays. It was fun to call in the second half. Just frustrating in the first half. You know, I thought we moved the ball. You know, we just penalties. Had a couple busted protections there that took some negative plays on a couple drives, and you know, weren't able to come away with any points. But yeah, that's the key. I think is just we're talking about executing at a high level for 4 quarters, and in a couple of the games, unfortunately, this year we just haven't been able to do that.
Is there anything they were doing defensively that they surprised you with? Anything that you had to adjust to? Or?
No, I don't think they didn't surprise us with anything that any calls they had or anything like that. I think it was and they're not to take anything away from their defense. I think they got a lot of talented players and you know, are traditionally really good on defense. So I don't want to take anything away from them, but I think we focused on us and our execution, and it just wasn't up to the level that we would like it to be in the first half.
What do you say to your team in film to fix that silent first half for this week?
Well, like we've been preaching you know, we got to execute at a high level for 4 quarters, and that's really what it comes down to, and we felt like there's just, whether it be 1 or 2 guys making a key mistake here or there that just prevented us, you know, from keeping those drives moving in the first half and putting points on the board, and we've just got to, you know, focus on every drill is important, every detail that we do is important, and you know, just put an emphasis on that for this entire week and every drill that we're taking.
Just tell us about UCLA. What do you see out of them? Obviously more known for the offense under Chip, but you know, they've had some solid defensive performances as well. I
think they're really sound on defense. The things that they do, they give you some multiple looks up front, which presents some challenges, and they do a nice job, I feel like, taking away your run game. I mean, they're loaded up in there and give you a lot of single high safety. So I think they're pretty physical up front. I really look at their linebackers, particularly Chris Barnes at 14. Really good player, makes a lot of, you know, he's around the ball a lot, makes a lot of plays in the run game and the pass game. So it's going to be a big challenge, I think, up front for our offensive line again. And then with all the single high safety, I think you know, there'll be some opportunities for our wide receivers, guys on the perimeter to go make some plays, and they're going to have to win some one-on-one matchups. I kind of want to stay away from that one for now, and I'll let Coach Smith give our answer.
John Lindsay, what does he bring to you outside of the receiver?
You know, I think Tyjon is really exciting with the ball in his hands, and his opportunity, when we get him the ball in his hands, I feel like he has the opportunity to turn a short gain or you know, an end around or something like that into a big gain, and I just think him not having an entire spring, he was kind of injured through the spring, he's still getting comfortable with the details of our offense, and so I look for him to improve, you know, weekly. Just the more practice opportunities he gets, the more times he gets to go out there and execute our offense on game day. I look for him to get more involved in the offense and to make some more plays for us.